welcome to ETStudios at the ETCIO Conclave. I'm your host Shilpa Ratnam, and joining me in the studio are Naved Hussain, CTO Adani Capital, and Sharda Tickoo, Country Manager India and SAARC Trend Micro. And today we will be detailing Trend Micro's cyber defense playbook. To start off, let me pose this to you, Navid. The industry talks a lot about cyber risk, but how does one quantify it? Are there enough tools and processes to accurately measure cyber risk, and what aspects, as per your opinion, should be considered?
Thank you, Shilpa, for that introduction. I head technology for Adani Capital, and we rely mostly on our partners for cybersecurity and infrastructure to get the implementation done. And we rely on the tool providers to get the best tool in the market in order to ensure that we are secured in the cyber arena and are taking care of all threats there. So what we do is we try and get the best partner who has an expertise in the NBFC industry and who helps us implement a tool. When we select or prioritize a tool, for implementation, what we do is we try to take someone who has everything under the sky, uh, where we are able to consolidate all features and do not have to worry about getting different tools and stitch them together. This is also helpful for us because we have one neck to choke.
All right, thank you for sharing that with us, Navid. Sharda, what is your take on it?
Well, thanks, Naved. That was really, insightful. When we talk about cyber risk, I think there are a lot of elements that needs to be considered, right? It is just not the technology piece of it. It's also the processes. It's also, the contextual awareness of the cyber risk. So, when I speak to the CIOs or CISOs, they definitely everyone wants to measure the cyber risk, but they're like, if I have deployed so many technologies, each one of these technologies is giving me the cyber risk independently. So, like you rightly said, everyone is moving towards a consolidation journey, and even organizations are, and that's where vendors like us are moving towards providing a very comprehensive cyber risk dashboard to an organization, which will essentially tell you that, hey, this is where you are the most riskiest, and we will also try to basically highlight things like these are your most high valued assets. I think it becomes very important for an organization to know what is their risk score. That's where tools are also evolving first to tell them that, hey, this is what your attack surface is, because I think that is where basic it starts, because most of the organizations are going digital, they are leveraging multitude of such tools, and more often than not, knowing the attack surface itself is a question mark. That's what it starts with. Knowing the attack surface, knowing the risk associated with your attack surface, knowing what are your high priority, what are the risks that your high priority assets are exposed to, and then consequently providing a plan to mitigate all of that. So this is something that I think in today's world is an important metric, and we in our SecOps tool called Vision One, this is one of the metrics that we are seeing organizations are adopting. And then, like I said, this is something tangible. So everyone, like an IT ops or a security operations teams, they are working towards reducing the cyber risk. So there is a benchmark that is being set up, something that is of course important, and we see a huge adoption.
On the part that you said, Shada, that there is a risk score and you have taken feedback, I would resonate with the feedback that you have got. And I really feel that if you have a risk score available for a company whose primary job is not IT, then in that case, it really helps us say, okay, these are the places that I want to focus more, rather than a gut feeling or some legacy experience which says, okay, you know what, everything which is high is priority, everything which is low priority. I don't think we are there anymore because of the changing dynamics and the kind of threats that we see these days. If these features are available and made available to CIOs, it can definitely be picked up easily.
All right, now everybody's been talking about security consolidation. What do you think is the best methodology, a platform based approach to versus the best of the breed?
I think best of both world, hybrid. I would definitely want a platform which has everything. Given a chance, whether I want to stitch together multiple platforms or I would want to use a single platform, I would go for a single platform. I would want a partner who has an expertise in implementing those tools and platform. Uh, a consolidated platform will give me more advantage from a point of view of having a hybrid cloud or having multiple kind of applications that I run and help us focus on business if there's a tool which can take care of everything.
Yeah, we cannot have many isolated tools for
Sure.
sure. So,
Yes.
how do you view security consolidation, Sharda?
Uh, Again, a very hot topic, and understandably so. Uh, I think industry also needs to understand what we mean by consolidation. I think it is also a abused term that is being used lately. See, consolidation does not mean that you put all technologies on one platform. What we are essentially trying to say is that you consolidate homogeneous technologies, complementing technologies, technologies that make sense to exist together as part of the same fabric, those should be put together. And when I speak to customers, what I see is that consolidation cannot be achieved in one go. Okay, because we have to understand that cybersecurity investments have been made from so many years. Organizations have invested, there is a budget allocated to this, there is a capex, opex, everything, right? So there is a legacy, and you cannot expect that everything will be consolidated in one go. Consolidation is a journey. So what we urge our customers is that, a consolidate what makes sense to put together, right? Of course, consolidation has immense benefit. If you see, when we talk about security operations, the major challenge of security operations today is alert fatigue and is security silos. If you see all the recent attacks, most of the attacks were getting detected, but then because they were getting detected somewhere in isolation, it was missed. Right? So consolidation definitely is a need of an hour. But like I said, consolidate, understanding what can be consolidated together is important, and what can be integrated together. Now, there is a difference between these two things. When I talk about consolidation, I'm saying that the most popular technology like XDR, essentially, which is being talked about a lot these days, it is consolidating a lot of technologies together. I'm getting telemetry from my multiple points in my solutions, like email and endpoint and cloud and server and so on. So I'm consolidating it part of the one single security data lake. But at the same time, I understand that, hey, you know what? There's a point in the network where customer is using a third party. So maybe the consolidation is not possible, but integration is possible. That's where the modern platforms, the way the modern platforms are made, it has to be an open API. The API has to be integrable. Interoperability is the key. So yes, we see consolidation as a very key factor. We see organizations are benefiting from consolidation. Technologies are talking more and more to each other. Everyone is open, receptive. But then it is a journey. So we have to be patient, depending on the line of business that the customer is operating it, depending on the investments they have done in the past, depending on how they want to leverage those investments. That's where the consolidation journey for each customer is different. But it's just not a matter of if they have to consolidate, the matter is when they are going to consolidate. So essentially, that's where we see the platform based approach being taking prominence. And to your point, the platform is there, it supports consolidation. How do you deploy a platform now? Is it SaaS, is it on-prem? By far in India, what we have seen is something which is relevant, something which will stay, is a hybrid approach. Okay, that's where, when we talk about Run Microvision One, which is our flagship platform, our deployment strategy is hybrid. If you want complete SaaS, yes, we can. If you want on-prem, a certain parts can be on-prem. We have seen most of the customers are wary of putting everything on SaaS and cloud in one go. They would want, again, this also to be fragmented. So that's where hybrid platform consolidation is something that we see is picking up pace and is here to stay.
Very often consolidation and integration are used interchangeably,
Hmm.
but thank you for fleshing that out for our viewers. Now, moving on to a hot topic, the topic of the moment, AI.
Yeah.
So, AI for security or security for AI? How do you see it?
So I think we have to use AI for security, and we have to leverage it to identify well in advance any kind of threat that the company has. Now, security for AI, when you say, yes, AI is still evolving. There is Gen AI, and we are trying to make the system as robust. But we do see things like hallucination by the AI, and we have to make sure that the system is robust. That should not actually be a hindrance to the progress that we are making in this direction. And hence, we should make sure that we are leveraging everything which is available in the AI for security.
All right, very succinctly put there. Sharda, do come in.
Yeah, I think you made some pertinent, relevant points. Uh, uh, use of AI in security is not new. Of course, what is now being brought in is a generative AI, wherein we are definitely saying that we can leverage AI for security. Now, how do we secure the AI infrastructure? So, again, I would say there is no single tool. It will still boil down to the security hygiene. Okay, you remember when cloud was first introduced, right? So there was no single solution to secure the cloud. It had to go down that drill of having basic hygiene in place, and then cloud native solutions, security solutions to you could understand the cloud apps. I think there is similar thing is going to be for securing AI and AI apps. So AI has will be used by adversaries. AI will be used by enterprises. I think in last 2 days, all we are hearing about is Gen AI and its use on the business. So it becomes very important to secure AI infrastructure. The responsible use of AI is something which is not a there is not a single tool or product. I think there are multiple steps which one has to take: securing the AI infrastructure, ensuring the AI apps are securely built, and ensuring that if the AI infrastructure gets compromised, I should at least get an early indicator. So yeah, things like this is something which are relevant and needed.
So I think on that part, when you say, so see, AI is going to stay and it is going to disrupt, but it is also going to normalize. As you said, when we started cloud, especially in NBFCs and banking, we could have never imagined keeping all our systems on cloud. Now that we are in the phase of adopting AI for almost everything that we do, this disruption will normalize and we will eventually be able to make use of it the most. And as we grow and as we normalize, yes, the challenges that you spoke of, we will have a rebuttal, we will have a solution also in place. And this adoption by every industry leader will actually help us get a solution. Now, this also would help us, earn the trust of our customers, because when a customer comes to our branch, they do not ask कि आप कौन सा VAPT करते हो, किससे करते हैं, and what tool do you use. But till such time we are ensuring that our backend is clear and we are doing the best job we can, then in that case, I think the customer will continue to trust that their data is secure and there's no threat with them.
That was a very fruitful deep dive into AI and the threats it poses. It's great to hear the solutions that are on hand. And on that cusp of change, I think it's a great time to wrap up. Thank you so much for joining our discussion today. It's been very insightful, very knowledgeable. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, you can also catch our other episodes of ET Studio at the ETCIO Conclave. Thank you.